This is the ultimate Omen guide for Breeze. Before the video starts, I stream 4 days a week over at twitch.tv/drfreeze_. We do viewer games, sub games, we also do some giveaways from time to time. In this guide, we're going to cover how to attack A, B and middle, how to defend A, B and middle, some nice one-way smokes and TP locations, and just overall how to play Breeze. So attacking A, there's two different smokes that you can do for two different setups. The first smoke, you should be smoking off mid and CT like this, with a combination of the flash like this, so you can flash the whole of left side. You go out with your team, this is fully smoked and there's no advantage, there's no one-way smoke for the other team, and CT one-way as well, so you can catch rotators off quickly. If you have info that the door is open on A, it kind of changes the setup a little bit. Doing the same basic smoking mid, but doing this smoke here and door, making it flush, so making like a sort of second wall with your smoke, so you're not kind of giving them an advantage, basically blocks this off and doesn't allow them to have the advantage with that door. So this is completely blocked off, this is completely blocked off, and they gain no advantage from this smoke whatsoever, and if they want to come out, they're instantly dead. There is a one-way smoke that you can do, I'll show it now. You can do this one-way smoke. The problem is that it does, if you're pushing from A main, this one-way smoke actually kind of helps them more than it helps you. Yes, this is good if you're like playing heaven like there, or you're playing like backside. Yeah, I guess it's good, but look at the one-way that they get from this kind of angle. So doing this one-way smoke, I see a lot of people telling you to do it. Don't. It creates a huge advantageous one-way for the people playing indoor. Another way to attack A is by going through A halls into switch or bridge. Now, here's a cool one-way smoke that you can do on attacker side, but it sort of does create an advantage for the defender as well. But the whole point in this one-way smoke is to catch them off guard, okay? So if you put the smoke like this on your side, yes, it does create a one-way for them. I'm aware that it does create the one-way, an even better one-way for them. But the whole point in this is, if you smoke that, they're going to see it, and they think you're just going to smoke it normally. And then it gives you the chance to peek out with that smoke popping, and peek just under the bit of the smoke there. I've got loads of examples to show you on how this does work on attackers as well, but it is mainly a defender's one-way, but it can catch them off guard.
Joke's over! You're dead! Going out. Silence. Cover going out.
So when it comes to attacking mid, there's only a couple of smokes that you can do, realistically, without giving the enemy team an advantage. This smoke at the start of the round, if the game plan is to go mid to B, or just mid in general, you need to be doing this smoke every single round if the game plan is mid. Jets like to peek this a lot with an op and then dash away, so yeah, smoking that eliminates that happening. Another smoke that I see a lot of Omens do is this one, but this creates a one-way on the right or the left side, and it just doesn't work. So if you know that no one's playing here, maybe smoking there is a good place. But what I like to do usually is smoke here. So I smoke mid doors, double doors, and I smoke there. And this stops me getting peeked from here, and it means that my team can funnel and hold this position and not have to worry about it. Usually when that happens, you can come over here and you can jump TP. So if you TP, you're not going to get it, but if you jump TP, you hit the very back of the wall instead, and it means that you can get a nice angle up here. And it means you can get another nice angle up here and stuff like that, and help your team from up here. There is another way that you can do this though, is after doing these two smokes, you can come here, obviously like that, so you're not exposed to nest, and TP up here. And crouch as soon as that's happened, just in case there is an opera there and they can't see your tip of your head or the wall bang it. Then you can flash it if you want, like so, and then you can peek with the flash or something, wherever they are. Means you can check all these angles as well.
Shadows traveling. Cover going out.
Stage hit for 0. 1 dead. Yeah. Go rebip.
enemy remaining.
So when it comes to B, smoking B is really difficult because it's more of a Viper kind of map, side of the map. Because Omen's smokes are not big enough to sort of cover it easily, but there are some tricks that you can do to cover it easily. I see a lot of players do this smoke here. Now, if you put the smoke like this, it's going to create a one-way on the left and the right side. So you need to make it lower and deeper. Doing this eliminates the chance of a one-way on the left and the right side of the smoke. The chance of any one-ways happening on the left and the right side, as you can see here. There's no one-way on the left and the right side. Whereas if you did it a normal smoke like so, there's going to be a huge gap on the left and the right side. But if you want to smoke off here, do not do this smoke, and I'll show you why now. If you smoke this as Omen, yes, okay, you're smoking it off, good job. But you're giving the guy who's playing in here a ridiculous smoke to play around. It's so powerful. You're giving the other team a huge advantage doing the smoke like that. So the way that you want to smoke here is by doing it like this. And what this does is, if the guy wants to push through it and get onto this, he has to come through the smoke and he's fully exposed before he can get here or before he can hide here. And you'll see him get into here and then you know he's there. If you're struggling to play against an AWPer, I know a lot of Jet players like to play back there. If you're struggling against an AWPer, the best way to deal with it is just by smoking it off. It's as simple as that. Smoking this off allows you to kind of like take more of your fights towards this angle and all these kind of angles rather than hard focusing on there. The only thing you need to worry about there is Jet updrafting onto that wall behind, and she might be able to see over it. But what I like to do is when I'm pushing onto the site, I've got the two smokes out, and say their enemies Omen smoked this or something, I usually like to flash that corner and TP here and kill the guy who's playing back here. When it comes to one-way smokes on B, there aren't a lot. In fact, there's only one that I'd maybe do, right? And that's this one here. If you just put the smoke up on this like this, it should create a nice one-way into like CT. But it's not a one-way that I recommend doing. It's nice, it's cool, but it's not a one-way that I recommend doing. It's better just to smoke CT and to smoke the alleyway beside elbow there like that. That's really it in terms of attacking B. There's not a lot you can do on B with Omen because it's such a big like site, and it's really good for Viper, this site. So yeah, Omens, stick to attacking A and mid, and defending A and mid as well, which we'll go on to now. When it comes to holding A, there's so much opportunities and cool one-way smokes and cool TPs that you can do on A. I love playing A with Omen. But yeah, so the basic smoke that you want to be doing almost every single round if you are playing A is this one. Now you can do whatever you want with this smoke around it, but you need to be doing the basic smoke. I mean, it stops them getting any info whatsoever to what you're doing on A. And it also allows you to do some pretty sneaky plays around this one smoke, which I'll show now.
Cover going out. Shadows traveling.
Another cool one-way smoke that you can do is putting your smoke on top of these bricks here, like that, making the smoke about there, and coming into water, and then playing under this smoke like this. This smoke is so powerful. I don't use it a lot, but it's just so powerful because you can just sit in this corner. They cannot see you at all. This is a really good smoke if you're playing like a deagle or you need to win a round that you don't have a good gun with. I'll show a clip now. I didn't get any kills with it, but I did a lot of damage through the smoke because I just whiffed. But I'll show a clip now of how powerful it is and how they couldn't see me. And if I had a better gun, I probably would have been able to kill them. Another cool little one-way smoke if you want to see pillar. Now this only works if you want to see as far back to there, okay? If they're like here, it's not going to work. But if they're around pillar, this one-way smoke will work. If you put the smoke there, this will create a one-way on pillar. I know it doesn't look like a one-way, right? But look, you can fully see pillar, and this is what they can see at pillar. Watch. So if they are pillar, they can't see you at all. Like, they cannot see you unless they crouch, but they're not going to crouch. So it's like a very situational one-way, but it is a one-way that you can use. Because if they are at pillar, like I said, they can't see you and you can fully see them. but it's a very, very situational one-way. I've not tried it a lot in games because, like I said, it's just very, very situational, but it's something to maybe keep an eye out on. Holding mid can be a lot of fun as Omen. Well, not mid, it's kind of like A, so we're still on A, to be honest, actually. So yeah, holding A from here can be a lot of fun because there's a really nasty one-way smoke that you can do as Omen. You put the smoke like this so that it's creating like a big second circle on the ground. If you see that, it's kind of like making a big circle on the tube. You throw this smoke and it lands right here. Now look at this one-way. This is absolutely crazy, this one way. It's even better if you use an AWP. If you're an AWP player with an Omen, this is unbelievable. And there's also this little one way here as well. So you can keep like jiggling between both of these. But it works with a rifle as well. This one way is completely broken. So we're now going to move over on how to defend mid. I don't have any clips on mid because I never play mid. But Omen can actually play it pretty well. Mainly because there's a nice position that you can TP into here in mid and confuse the enemy a little bit. So if you're taking fights here, here, or even all the way over here, but I wouldn't step out that far. I'd be taking these two fights. If you're taking a fight here, you can just TP into this corner like so. As you're taking the fight, and the guy bottom mid won't be able to hear the TP, and you can get a different angle on him. It's pretty nice. I'm going to show some really cool one-way smokes that you can do now on mid. If your teammates got like door control, so if your teammate's in there holding that corner, and you've got maybe a teammate who's in short, right, or elbow, whatever you want to call it. One really cool one-way smoke that you can do is putting the smoke on the back of this wall like so. And then crouching at this corner. I know it doesn't look like a one-way smoke, but look at their POV. This is their POV. If they're all the way back here, which is where they peek from, people always peek like that, they can't see you at all. If they come here, maybe they can see you a little bit. But by that point, they're fully exposed and you can fully see them. This one-way smoke is so nice, but you need to have control of this side because you can get peeked from there really easily. And you need to have control of this side because you can get peeked from there really easily. Another nice little one-way smoke is by putting the smoke there and holding this angle like this. It's not the best one-way smoke, but it gets the job done. You know, you can see their feet. It's just, you know, just a basic kind of one-way smoke like you can do on every other map. It's just kind of nice, you know, it'll catch them off once or twice and then just start to do other kind of one-way smokes. When it comes to defending B, I really don't have a lot to show you because in fact, I don't have anything to show you when it comes to B because on B, it's just not meant for Omen. Like, there's some sites that you should play with Omen, and there's some sites that you shouldn't play with Omen on every map. And B on Breeze is one of them. It's just so difficult. There are some cool things that you can do once every couple of rounds. You know, you can TP up onto these and get a nice angle into window with an AWP, or maybe hold here. You know, like there's loads of different things that you can do. But one of the most, I guess, best things to do is by holding this angle here with Omen, because you can get that kill, you can drop with the flash, and it means that you can fully relocate into a different angle. That's probably one of the only positions that you can play as Omen. It's just not good as Omen. It really is as simple as that, because you've got the one smoke and that's it. You know, you've not got any util like Killjoy Viper to stop them. You know, like I guess you can go up onto this to get a different angle. You know, over your smoke, maybe if you make it low enough, maybe. I don't know. I've not really tried that. So if you make the smoke low enough, yeah, it doesn't really work. It's just difficult as Omen on B. I have nothing. The only thing I can say is maybe TP on these every couple of rounds. Play mid, play A as Omen, 100%. Yeah, I've got nothing on B, unfortunately. If you enjoyed the video, leave the like, subscribe, comment, etc. Let me know what map you want to see next, if you've even made it this far. Tell me what map you want to see next would actually be ideal, because that helps a little bit. This took a long time to edit, took a long time to upload. I was getting a bit lazy with this YouTube video, but we finally got it uploaded. So yeah, just let me know what map you want me to do next, and I'll try and get to that ASAP. Thanks for watching, boys.